Hey, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's happening? This is Adelante Dano here from Kalamazoo, Michigan. There are going to be quite a few discussion tonight. We're gonna later on the show. We're going to mention about events that are happening here in our Kalamazoo community, especially the Gilmore Piano Camp, Denoyer Chevrolet. They're going to have an event this coming Saturday as well. I'll be talking to you here shortly. Concerts in the park at Bronson Park, downtown Kalamazoo. Awareness Month. Big shout outs to Jabs and everyone that's doing a wonderful, wonderful job volunteering with Gwendolyn Hooker. And also, I'll let you know more information where you can get and where that you can go get food. And people can help you with that as well. Y también give you more information here in the next couple weeks. Las Chivas Rayadas de Guadalajara and the Kalamazoo FC are going to be here in town, ladies and gentlemen. But we are bringing you a special guest, and it's an honor. I know we've been texting back and forth, messaging back and forth. Y ahorita yo creo que no sé dónde se encuentra ahorita. I don't know where she's at. She travels quite a bit. You never know where this young lady will be at. I'm not sure if she's in Monterrey, she's in Texas, Arizona, all over Texas. I have no idea. Busy, busy, busy individual. And you'll hear from her here shortly. And I'm talking about the only Shevi Love. Shevi Love got a lot of music right now that you can find on the digital platforms. Rancheras, cumbias, and her own style. She make her own little twist. So mad respect to her. You can go on all digital platforms. Me tiras a León, Destino Cruel, Por Bonita, El Mono Candela, which is very, very popular song, Tóxica Cumbia. Y al ratito en el show vamos a traerle y vamos a hablar, and you're gonna hear from her, en la música ranchera, que está pesadísima. Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas. So I want to know what's going on with that track. But it's not released yet, with all due respect. You'll hear Shevi Love herself va a hablar de esa música ranchera. Como le estaba diciendo, la música, el nombre de la canción es Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas. So you'll hear from her here shortly. Un saludito a Monterrey, el amigo Ed Gary, allá con su grupo Brecha. Un saludito a ustedes y le deseo muchísimo bendiciones y éxitos aquí. Grupo Tejano allá desde Monterrey, Brecha. Un saludito, su servidor Adelante Dano. Estoy esperando el material para poner la música aquí en Kalamazoo también, amigo Ed Gary. So, desde Monterrey, acá de Kalamazoo, no nomás tienen un amigo, pero las puertas están abiertas y uno nunca sabe. Cuando es la gira, vámonos. So, un saludito, shout outs to everybody that's been tuning in from day one here on the Adelante Dano Show. Ustedes ya saben que me dedico en unas cuantas cosas aquí en la comunidad, but every Thursday I'll bring a platform para nuestra comunidad aquí, una plataforma para conversar y hablar y qué es lo que podemos hacer y qué es lo que está haciendo ustedes en sus comunidades, entre música, voluntariamente, educación, trabajo, etc. So shout outs to all of you guys. You can be part of the program too. People that follow me in Adelante Dano, you can email me, dano1975.do@gmail.com. Again, dano1975.do@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my cell, 269-217-6358, 269-217-6358. Me pueden llamar para participar y ponemos a hablar aquí en una plataforma cada jueves a las 8 de la noche, Eastern Time, aquí en Michigan. Podemos hacerla. Vamos a una plataforma, unos chavos allá de California me han llamado, Colorado hace poco, y también en México, también allá en la capital. Un saludito a Corazón y Cumbia, a los que se encuentran allá en en el estado de México. Pero sí, en unos par de minutos vamos a hablar. We're going to be talking to Shevi Love. So there is a lot of things that are happening here in the community. Hey, what's going on, Margie? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So there is a lot of things. I'll just start off right now by talking to quite a few things that are happening here in Kalamazoo before we receive an incoming person, which is Shevi Love. So if you need food here in Kalamazoo, okay, if you need food, the Kalamazoo Loaves and Fishes can help. Everyone is eligible, no income requirements, no ID requirements, free home delivery available, and fresh non-perishable groceries. So aquí en Loaves and Fishes. So I think it's a very generous and open-hearted individuals, and myself and a few other volunteers have volunteered and take our time at the Kalamazoo Loaves and Fishes, and I think that's just a very, very beautiful thing for our community to come together sometimes and unite and do what's best and just deliver and help one another with food, especially these times. You know, they're very, very hard times at this very moment. Y también I would like to mention también that Justice against bullying in schools is Awareness Month with jabs, with so many things that are happening in our community. But jabs, once again, Gwendolyn Hooker and so many volunteers are doing a wonderful, wonderful job in the community. And June, it is Awareness Month. So if you want more assistance, more information on jabs, you can call 269-443-3073. Once again, 269-443-3073. If you want more information, they're willing to help, guide you, direct you, and the doors are open. And as Gwendolyn Hooker and her lovely staff, they're at the north side of Kalamazoo, representing, and they're all over the place, downtown and east side and a few other places here in our community. So un saludos, mad shout outs to Jabs, Gwendolyn Hooker. Thank you so much for all that you do. Your job and your work and the commitment in the community is recognized. Huge. And you have a lot of support as well. So, and also too, I would just like to mention, gracias a todos por estar aquí. Órale, Shevi Love. Oh shoot, Shevi Love in the building. She in the house now. So I'm here at any moment. She's going to either add me, request me, or join here on Facebook Live. And it just take a couple seconds. So if you guys want to bear with us, that'll be fine. And she'll let us know where she at. She's going to let us know, and she's going to talk to us about La Ranchera Música that's not yet released. But I'll let her tell everyone, all of you guys, about what's happening. Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas. Y es una ranchera. Y'all better watch it. Y'all better unbuckle when y'all hear that one. ¿Qué pasó? What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Muy bien. Gracias. I know you and I have been messaging back and forth here and there, pero ahora aquí estás.
I'm here. Live and in color, baby.
¿Sí, ¿dónde te encuentras, man? You in Monterrey, you in Corpus, you in San Anto, y ahora ¿dónde estás?
It's top secret.
Oh, mira, ay, juez.
It's top secret. No, right now, I'm in Tucson, Arizona right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a special mission. I got lots of projects going on. I'm on a special mission. Okay. So I'll be here for a little bit.
Mira. Wow, man, that's just awesome, man. You got a lot of, not only followers, but a lot of people that support your music here in Michigan. Porque te estoy poniendo la música acá en 2 radio stations. Yo creo que tres radio stations. Yep.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yep, man, that's awesome. Because en el trabajo estaba diciendo, man, just look her up, man. Y estos datos le estaban poniendo Shevi, como la C. I'm like, no, man, Shevi. You know,
Chevy.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You know, everybody always gets my name wrong. They say Shelly, Shelby, Sherry. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness. I just
No,
tell them Chevy like the truck. Chevy like
sí,
the
¿verdad?
truck.
No, no, pero también, the first time, literally, the first time I heard of you, your name, es el amigo, when I was talking to him on WhatsApp and a few other things, a few other digital platforms, Ed Gary de Monterrey.
Oh, saludos a mi compadre. Él es mi mejor amigo. Uno de mis mejores amigos, Ed Gary. Saludos, compadre. Yes, yes. I love Ed
He's tuning
Gary.
in. No, he's
Oh,
tuning
good. He better. He better. No,
Sí,
speaking
pues,
of Ed Gary, you know, coming on the new CD, Ed Gary and Heu Rizardi actually did we did a Tejano song together. So that's going to be number 6 on the upcoming CD, which is entitled Tóxica Cumbia. Ellos hicieron un canción tejano para mí. You know, it was a banda song. Eres mi razón de ser that we converted into Tejano. So that's going to be for all my Tejano fans. I mean, I'm conjunto at heart, but they were asking for it. Shevi Love. So we got together, me, Ed Gary, and then Heu Rizadi produced everything. So yeah, it's going to be a surprise for everybody. Something Tejano. Something Tejano.
Originalmente, ¿eres de Corpus o
Sí.
de
Yeah.
Corpus? Okay.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Temple, but I've been in Corpus for about 14 years.
Mira,
Yes, in Corpus.
man, and it was one thing that I would like to mention because you're just one of the few that I have interviewed and had an awesome, awesome discussion on the awards that it was in San Antonio just recently, just a few weeks ago. And it was just a beautiful thing that, I mean, not only just on Facebook, but I seen just the energy on everyone's faces that like maybe it was your first time meeting them or maybe, I mean, just face to face, cara a cara, you know, when you feel somebody total diferente, then it's just on Facebook all the time. So, so thank you for sharing them pictures and you can see it right through you.
Awesome, oh, you're welcome. Time. Yes, a lot of the people, I mean, a lot of the artists, we've become very good friends, you know, supporting each other's music, downloading each other's music, purchasing. And I mean, that's what we have to do, support one another and, you know, just be there for one another at times like those, whether we're nominated or not, you know, be there to support one another. So I'm always there when I can be, even if I'm nominated or not. This year, we happened to be nominated for, well, it was me and Mando de los Santos from Mando y la Venganza from Corpus. And we were nominated for Duo of the Year. So I don't know if we got anything. I wasn't really paying attention. Oops. But no, I mean, it was good to see everybody, especially right before I was coming back. Well, going to come to Arizona. So yes, I mean, it was fun. It was fun.
And you know what? There's quite a few things that are opening because of pandemic and all, and you hear it all the interviews. Everybody's get asked and all that. But the only thing I can tell you this right now is Michigan is opening up very little by little.
Oh, wow.
You know, and you just never know. A lo mejor Shevi Love, desde todos lugares that she always goes, never know. A lo mejor parece aquí in Michigan. I don't know.
You never know. I mean, we're planning that. You know, we plan on going to Monterrey very, very soon to be over there with Ed Gary. We're going to do something special for everyone. And that'll hopefully be in another month or two. Y después, you know, we're going to probably travel on to California to just go support some things over there and then back to Texas to support more things. So, I mean, we're going to be everywhere. Anywhere that they request us, we'll be there. So, yeah, I'm ready.
And everyone is hungry to be out there, you know, like before. And now more than ever, you know, and I appreciate you and so many other artists, especially female artists, that todavía le siguen. This pandemic, hey, there's always a way to do music, always a way to connect. And even though it was tough for some people, pero como quiera, y todavía le estás echando ganas. And that's good. Exactly. So my salutes to you. Wow.
I mean, you had the option. You had the option just to sit down and not do anything with your time during COVID or be productive with it, which I think a lot of the artists, you know, actually use that time to make new music. So, I mean, there's so much music that's going to be coming out because we've had all this time to just sit, make music, record music during this time, during the pandemic. Mm-hmm.
Y te manda un saludo Norma Salazar. I just want to say that right now, porque entonces, hey, I don't want to forget about her. So she's
Hi,
from Holland,
Norma.
Michigan. So
Thank you, Norma. Yeah, she supports me all the time. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
man, now one of the songs I got all your
Oh,
tracks, even
are you
even the
sure?
one that
Are
you're
you
going to
sure?
release next month. Yeah. Well, I got the tracks on the ones that are in digital platforms.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
really like your own twist, what you guys did on El Mono Candela. That right
Ah.
there, I'm like, okay, I heard it before, pero you just did it your own different twist, and I respect that. And that's one thing that a lot of artists,
Mm-hmm.
whatever they do, but you just made it your own, and you felt very, very comfortable because I hear it all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with all the music that I have from you, like earlier in the show, I did mention, like Por Bonita también,
Uh-huh.
that's another one, and that Toxica Cumbia that just released, not too long ago. That's
Yes.
that's that's the one I play quite a bit up here at the radio station. So
Toxica Cumbia, that was one of our first projects that yo y Ed Gary pusimos, that we worked together. And he found me a couple of writers. He asked me first, what did I want to do? And I've always wanted to write, and I can write stuff, but I can never put it into a song, and get it going. So he said, okay, well, just tell me what you want. What do you want it to say? And he got one of his writers allá de Monterrey, which is Jacob Esparza de Monterrey, and he put it all together for me. And Ed Gary shot several songs at me, and that just happened to be the one that I chose that was closest to what I wanted, and that the words that I had explained to him. So I mean, we worked together, me, Jacob, and Ed Gary, and I had one of my producers and one of my musicians, Joseph Gonzalez, desde Corpus Christi. And I told him, this is what I want. This is how I want it to sound. And with my music, I always put together the arrangements, whether it be to sound somewhat like the old style, or I always put together the sound. This is what I want. This is how I want it to go. This is, the little movidas y todo. And no, that was one of the first ones that we put together that I wanted. And I had a whole CD planned, but Ed Gary came in and we worked together, and pues I just, cambié todo. I changed everything. You know what? Let's start fresh. So yeah, gracias a Jacob Esparza for Toxica Cumbia and helping me to write that song. So that's an original Toxica Cumbia. And hay muchas tóxicas por donde quiera. I wanted it to be a fun song of una tóxica que le gusta bailar y tomar, no tiene dinero, no tiene trabajo, tiene muchos Sanchos, baby daddies, kind of like that. So yeah, because there's a lot of them.
yeah,
There's a lot of them. And I have some girls that gave me the idea, like just watching their everyday lives. And I'm like, ¿sabes qué? Voy a poner una canción de una tóxica, the way I see it, tóxica. So Tóxica Cumbia is what I came up with. And it's
now,
fun. It's
yeah,
fun.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because with the little equipment that I have, because I played your music,
Mm-hmm.
entonces I speed it up a little bit. I put the BPMs, the
Oh,
beats per minute, I speed it up,
yeah.
and then I play another song, but your words. I mean, it's just very unique, with the music that I always want to play around with,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna send it to you, but like, chinga, ya la estás cagando allá en Michigan. No, but no, it's just yeah, your music is being played on WMUK 102.1 aquí en Kalamazoo y otro programa, Mi Gente Radio, and Holland,
Oh,
Michigan
thank you.
también, Alegría Latina. They've been around for a little bit over 50 years.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing your music también allá.
Well,
So,
thank you so much. And speaking of Tóxica Cumbia and the way you're doing it, tenemos un club mix que va a salir en el disco. Un club mix. Tóxica Cumbia. It's called Shevi's Cumbia Club Mix. And it's Tóxica Cumbia. And we have, of course, El Tejano Loco, Mando Benavides, que he's putting his little twist in the DJ and all that stuff on the last song, to make it a club mix. So that one's going to have all its little, the stuff that DJs do. It'll be a
yeah.
nice little club mix, just a bonus. Because I remember those used to be as bonus tracks on CDs, and you don't really find that anymore. So I wanted to kind of bring that back, and yeah, here's a bonus track, and like I said, the Tejano one too. That's another bonus track, and yeah, there's just so many surprises on the next CD. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm gonna be having. I haven't started yet. Honestly, I haven't started yet. But here, maybe in a couple weeks, with las congas y los bangos you see behind me,
Uh-huh.
I listen to a lot of cumbias, but I want to do my own little twist while it is playing. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
record something, and you'd be like, "Yo, what? I never, I mean, it's a little surprise." So, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna message DM you first before I put it out, porque entonces me
Okay.
vas a decir, "No me quita eso, it doesn't sound good."
No, no. Yeah, I'm always excited to hear what people can do with the music. That's why sometimes I like to leave certain instruments out because I know, like, if you have an ear for music, you'll want to add something to it. So, yeah, that's always exciting. Yeah, to go right on ahead.
Yeah, see, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Now, other, like, what's your biggest stage you have performed or you want to perform? Uh, like, and what's like el artista que you want to perform with or open up for?
That's a good question. I mean, it would probably have been somebody like Conjunto Bernal or something like that if they were still around, or maybe like Conjunto Tony de la Rosa, Angel Flores, algo así. Because me being a woman that represents Conjunto, I would have loved to open up for a big Conjunto artist like that. I have performed on stages with, Los Dos Gilbertos, of course, like I said, Mando de los Santos y la Venganza, um, Santiago Garza y la Naturaleza. I mean, we've done the Conjunto Festival. That was probably one of the biggest things, and it was for the first annual. And I was featured, as the female Conjunto artist for that one. And that's one of the things that I have. One of my, I guess, pet peeves. I don't know how to say. One of the things that bothers me es que, hay muchos festivals conjunto, and you always see all the conjuntos that are men, and you have people like yo y Linda Escobar, Cindy Ramos, Baraja de Oro, you have a whole lot that should be part of those festivals. So anybody watching, if y'all have festivals, make sure you include us women in conjunto, because I mean we're representing too, and not a lot of us play instruments as well. Como yo toco la corridión y bajo quinto. Y como, Baraja de Oro, Victoria plays instruments. There's a lot of us that play instruments that we want to showcase our talent as well. So yes, definitely. I mean, give us a inbox or call us and have us perform for those festivals too. But yeah, I'm more old school as far as conjunto. I would have loved to open up for people like that, you know.
Y mira,
Um,
y hablando de los dos Gilbertos, todavía I got 4 cassettes. I mean, I have cases of shoe boxes of puros cassettes.
oh wow.
Todavía, I think one of my favorite one of los dos Gilbertos is El Borrachito.
El borrachito.
El Borrachito. My God, man, he just, I mean, passed away just recently, pero también,
Mm-hmm.
He was just, that's one of my favorite songs.
Oh wow. And one of my favorites was Acá Entre Nos. Every time I hear that, Acá Entre Nos, I'm like, I always want to drink something to that song. So no, I recorded it. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna record it conjunto style, like for a woman conjunto style. So that's
Oh,
that's gonna be number 3 on my album, Acá Entre Nos, with the inspiration of Los Dos Gilbertos.
man,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And I've been checking out your YouTube videos también.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we have some more videos coming up. I know I don't have very many professional ones on there, but we do have. I don't want to let the surprise out, but I do have a couple of videos that are coming up. Some being here in Arizona right now. Like I said, I'm here for some projects as well, and we're going to be doing a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out this year. So we got 2 videos I'm going to be working on, which are for sure Tóxica Cumbia. Y después tenemos un balada that's coming on my CD on a video we're going to be working on for that too, that I haven't really seen anyone do. So, I mean, it's going to be a tearjerker. The people are going to be crying when they see it. So, yeah, we have a lot of projects in store.
Man, that is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's just something like what, I mean, born and raised, when was that first moment I mean, were you in school? Were you at unas fiestas? And you say, hey, this is what this is what I would love to do one day.
It was in a living room of a small, pobre casita that used to belong to my grandparents, that me and my mom and dad and my little brother were staying in. And I remember it was in the living room, and my dad didn't want us to just sit, on our butts the whole time during summer. So he had went out and he had bought a bicycle and an accordion. It was a little 2-row Erica Honor accordion. And the accordion was originally for my brother, who's 3 years younger than me. And I think I had just turned 7 years old. So he brought him home, and no, my brother grabbed the bike and took off. And I'm like, well, what do I get? And I remember opening, I don't know if you remember the roller skates. They used to come in like a box, like a heavy box roller skates. So I thought they were roller skates. And when I opened it up, no, it was the little 2-row accordion. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And my dad was an accordionist. He played conjunto norteño. So I'm like, I want the bike. I was thinking, but no, my brother took the bike, and well, I was there with the accordion, and I was messing with it till finally I was like, you know what? Something just caught my attention. I'm like, hey, Dad, will you teach me how to play something? He could hear that I was starting to learn this stuff on my own. And he's like, yeah, let me show you. So no, he showed me my first polquita, which was Nuevo Laredo, that I recorded on this past CD, Conjunto Style Baby. I recorded Nuevo Laredo. And from there, I took off learning on my own by ear. And I started playing with my dad on stage. I was in the cantinas with my dad. I remember my dad playing, the whole night, 4 hours, $60. And I would get on stage, play 2 little polquitas, and come out with 80. So, just for 2 songs. So I loved it. And I would sit on a little chair, hold my accordion, and play. So that's what sparked my interest.
Estas son las conversaciones que me encantan oír. Because, man, de volada en tus ojos and the way it's coming out, you can't get real on the way you just telling me this. This is beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah. I've always wanted to represent my dad and my grandfather, because my grandfather sat me down when I was a teenager. I don't like, and I tell people this all the time, I'm not a singer, and I don't like the sound of my own voice, but I know I can sing in tune. So, and well, no one's going to represent me but me. So I have to do that. And my grandfather's the first one that sat me down with the guitar, and he's like, look, mija, you're going to sing, but you're going to sing in church. Like, what? No, you're going to sing in church. I'm going to show you how. So, I mean, even with my grandfather, he showed me and showed me. We sat hours, and I would sing in church. And well, that's where I got, the courage to start singing, because I used to not like to do any of this in front of anybody. But now, I mean, that's my most comfortable place now. I don't get stage fright. I don't get nervous. I'm like, it's an adrenaline rush. I'm ready to get up there and just start performing. I love it. I love it.
And you know what? With just like earlier, just a little bit ago, when you mentioned about the female's point of view of conjunto,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say this because it's true, and pretty much in the music industry, that's pretty much once in a while you see that cuando estás en la gira, cuando estás en el escenario, cuando estás in little small events, pero people are watching you quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and are an inspiration on saying, hey, the squeeze box no nomás son para ellos, pero la
No.
squeeze box, hey, I got my own style, y le estás echando ganas. So thank you for what you're doing, because it's not just one team. I mean, it's just all team, pero mira,
Yeah.
quién está echando ganas, quién te está apoyando, and you're still doing it year after year, year after year. And look, you do working on projects, working on new music, new material, and all. So, wow, that's huge. So,
Yeah.
felicidades
And I
for
plan
all
on
you
coming
do.
out more. I plan on coming out more. I do have some backup and motivation behind me that are really pushing me to, more towards the accordion, because I did let go of the accordion for a while to learn bajo quinto, and I'm self-taught. A lot of this is self-taught. I have had some, people show me here and there, but I usually play by ear. And well, they're pushing me towards the accordion, to start playing more of the accordion again, and to get back out on the scene, as a female accordionist. So that's something that I look forward to in my upcoming shows, is more, you know, hands-on with my instruments. Because I got chiflada, you know, I have my band behind me and they're playing this and this, and well, I really don't have to do anything. So, but no, I mean, it's stuff that people want and they want to see, and they, you know, I have the talent to showcase it. So that's going to be in the upcoming shows.
Man, my salutes to you and the whole entire team. It's not easy. It's a bumpy road.
No.
And you know, and knowing in the music industry, unas veces te sientes como no te, you know, no te abren las puertas, pero you know,
Yeah.
little by little, hey, your work, your sacrifice, and your commitment, lo que estás haciendo, hey, people be like, hey, this she don't play.
No, no. And being a woman in this industry, you know, you have to, because I mean, for women nowadays, they see you and they automatically hand you a microphone. Well, what if I want to get up there and jam on the bajo? What if I want to get up there and jam on the accordion? You know, just hand me a microphone. So no, we have to really fight for, you know, like I said, to showcase our talent. So I just wish, you know, more people gave us the opportunity. And it's there. It's there. We just have to go get it. We have to be, you know, very strong and motivated and just go out there and get it. So yeah, I support
Absolutely.
all my conjunto women.
Good, 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 good. And that's the way it should be, man. You know, and there's so many producers, so many promoters, DJs, and you know, upcoming musicians and all that, man. The way I look at
Mhm.
things is just, hey, we're all in this together, man. And you know,
Yes.
support as much as you can because you just never know. Cuando uno necesita ayuda, uno necesita an open door or a little push or una
Hmm.
patadita, you know. It's very nice and it's very, very humble way uh, in a different level that you know it's just a beautiful thing. And look, from different cities, different states. I mean, estás allá en Arizona right now, and mira donde estoy yo. I'm 2 hours from
In
Canada.
Michigan,
You
I
know what
know.
I mean? So,
It's like five something here and 8 o'clock something your time.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hijo de su, man. But no, I know there's quite a few people that are tuning in, and I know I'm like to you know hear the saludos and all that. But man, just this conversation that we're having, you know, I just don't want to kind of let that magnet go apart. You know what I mean? Porque
Yeah, yeah,
sé
yeah,
de
definitely.
volada que you just you know you do it de corazón, not just you know one time hit. Yeah, no. You know, I can see it right through you that, you know, le estás echando ganas so many different ways and no nomás cumbias, pero rancheras, you know,
Hmm.
y a ver, when that CD comes out, huge surprises, ¿verdad?
Yes, yes, very huge surprises. You know, I carry a lot of weight on my shoulders as far as my family and just you know, being a living legacy, like representing my family. And because my tios, I mean, you have my dad and probably about six tios that all play musical instruments that are very well known in Central Texas. And then, you know, my brothers and my sister, they're all very musically inclined. But out of the grandchildren, it's just pretty much me. And then I have my cousins that have a band called Cinco Doce that had recently did a song with Monica Saldivar. And they're also talented as well. So, I mean, there's not many of us grandchildren that are, you know, really pushing for that for our family. So that's what I mean by I have a lot of weight on my shoulders, and I just, you know, I do it to make my family proud. I do it because it was, I mean, they implanted that in me, and ever since Chiquita, I mean, that's just been something that I love. And I was discouraged as a little girl. You know, I tell a lot of people I was discouraged, which is why you don't really know my name until recently, because I just decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this because I've held it on the back burner for so long because of discouragement from the family. But it was because I was a girl. I was a small girl out in the cantinas where I shouldn't have been with my dad, with all the guys. And I mean, now as a grown woman, it's like, you know, that's just always been a part of me. Like that's just always something that's never left me, and it's always been music, music, music. So I mean, it's hard for a lot of people to understand, and there's you can get discouraged and pulled back in a lot of ways, but you just gotta do what your heart tells you. You know, you have to keep going, and that's what I plan on doing to my last breath.
Yeah. In the music genre, I mean, do you listen to open variety of genre music?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I very much do. I listen to a lot of I do like artists like Mon Laferte. I listen to La Santa Cecilia. I do listen to a lot of K-pop, you know, a lot of the female K-pop. I listen to a lot of jazz and classical music because there's a lot of little things that you can hear in that. Um, I feel like jazz and classical music really helps the brain to relax, focus, and grow. So I do listen to a lot of that. Just a lot of things, you know, blues, a lot of blues music, some country. So I don't know, my playlist is everywhere. One minute you're hearing reggaeton, the next minute you're hearing some kind of piano piece, you know, it's everywhere. So I really don't listen to, I do take my time and listen to conjunto music and Tejano music, but yeah, like I said, my playlist is everywhere. It's everywhere.
Man, I'm sure down the road, God willing, either, hey, somehow we're going to connect a lot more. And I'm not saying just another interview here, part two. You know, no sé, vamos a encontrarnos, no sé, somewhere in Michigan, in Texas, in an escenario, a promote, I don't know, something. Pero yo sé que algo me siento que you, your team, your band, it's going to be a good time. And like I said, God willing, uno nunca sabe. Uno nunca sabe.
Yeah.
And man,
I'm excited. I'm excited because we're growing. You know, like I said, ahora, you know, I have my team in Texas. I have my team here in Arizona. I have my team allá in Monterrey, which I've never, and I tell Ed Gary all the time, I've never been to Mexico. Ever in my life. Esta es la primera vez que voy a Mexico. So I told him, you better show it all. You better. It's hard to get me over there. So no, I'm excited for the team in Mexico and what we have in store and stuff. And I mean, yeah, we have a long journey, and I'm on the clouds right now, just, you know, living the dream of being able to do music, what I've always wanted to do.
¿Cómo te sientes? How do you feel when you hear your music just out of nowhere? You're shopping, you're doing all these errands, you're in and out the studio, in the car, whatever, in a plane and all that, y de repente, boom, alguien te suena tu canción. What's that feeling? The I don't know. Explain that to us.
It's it's very overwhelming. It's overwhelming, you know, just, I mean, I posted not too long ago, I had walked into a Dollar General, and this is a Dollar General store in the middle of the country. You know, it's all gringos and everything, and they, you know, country people, and you wouldn't expect to hear any kind of Spanish music. And I heard Toxica, no, it was Ven Conmigo Carinito that I heard playing. And I'm like, it was, in a way, I wanted to cry, knowing that I've worked so hard. I mean, this is the area that I grew up in. So it's kind of like, wow. And I wanted to cry, but yet I was so excited because this is not a place that you would hear my music playing or any kind of Spanish music playing. So for them to just be playing it, and I don't know if it was on a playlist or what, but I was just overwhelmed. You know, and then when I'm driving, like when I would be in Corpus, they would play a lot of the music, and it's never the same. You know, I have to turn it up and I have to dance to it and sing to it because it's emotional. You know, all that hard work that you put into it, and you can just imagine. To me, like the first thing that comes in my head is, oh, my song's on. Let me turn it up. And then I'm like, I wonder how many other people are listening at the same time. I wonder how many other people are singing along, and this. So it's the most awesome feeling ever. I mean, it's wonderful. It doesn't matter if it's on the FM AM or if it's, you know, like I said, in the store or, you know, internet, or I see y'all guys playing it, you know, on the live shows. It doesn't matter. It's always an overwhelming feeling just to know the hard work is like, it's being paid off. Like, you know, you guys are just appreciate what we do. So yeah, it's overwhelming. I'm so grateful every time. I'm very humbled, so grateful for that.
Eso. El Gary lo está acompañando otra vez. Saluditos a Monterrey. A Tomás Cordova,
Saludos.
all the way from Colorado. También está
Colorado.
Norma Salazar. Hey, she's still tuning in. What's up, Norma?
Thank you, Norma. She's a trooper.
Eso. Now, otras cosas que los quiere decir o quieren mandarle saludos a todo el equipo,
Sí.
de your whole entire team and all the producers, and man, it's just
Yes,
so many to
yes.
name.
So
But very
I
well
mean,
deserved, though.
it started off with just me. And like I said, you know, my musician que hace todo, que es Joseph Gonzalez allá en Corpus Christi. And I mean, and then it turned into where, you know, I was starting to do duets and work with people. Y después, you know, entró Ed Gary y trabajamos juntos y tenemos equipo allá en Monterrey. So saludos a todo mi equipo allá en Monterrey, Jehu Rizardi, Ed Gary. Y mi equipo allá en Corpus Christi, Joseph González, y yo tengo un equipo aquí en Tucson, Arizona, que es el Tejano Loco, you know, Mando Benavides, that's helping me a lot with so many projects and so many things coming up. And yeah, to all my fans, I mean, I just released the Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas, which is an oldie but a goodie. And I love it because when I looked into that song, I realized I always look, who's the writer? That's my first thing. Who's the writer? Let me investigate on them. Let me see what else they've done, what kind of work and stuff. And I realized it was a woman. It was a woman that wrote the song Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas. So I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta, you know, I love the song. So yes, especially being a woman representing women. So thank you everybody who's downloaded that. And I'm ready for the CD. Va a salir el 28 de julio, July the 28th, and I'm excited. It's still an EP album. I keep all my albums EP. It has Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas. It has El Mono Candela. Tiene Acá entre nos. Solamente una vez in English and in Spanish, which it's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Yes, I had to do both. I was like, oh, I gotta take it back, you know, for everybody. Just the English part. It's I love it. And ¿qué más tenemos? Tóxica Cumbia, which is gonna be the title of the next CD. And then tenemos Mi Razón de Ser, which was produced Jehu Rizaldi and Ed Gary. And then we have, of course, the Cumbia mix, Tóxica Cumbia. So very colorful, bright, bold CDs, got a lot of good stuff. And I just hope everybody, you know, gives it a chance and adds it to their collection. Yes.
Yeah, and I just want to tell you something. Out of all the interviews that I've interviewed in the last 4 years, tú eres la primera that los ojitos están un poquito, pero ¿sabes qué? It was a really honest, open heart conversation.
Oh, thank you.
So I really appreciate you. So,
yes,
te hice llorar en la interview. ¿Qué pasó?
No llores, chiquito.
Oh.
No, you gotta do what my necklace says right here. I always tell everybody I have to have this attitude que dice me vale. That's my necklace right there, me vale. That's how, you know, I was worried about so much growing up que ahora me vale. I'm just full force, chingona, gonna do this. Hey, let's do it.
And I'm sure when that song from Maná, when you hear me vale, I'm sure you go crazy with it.
I love it. Yes.
The 3 questions I always end the program with. The 3 questions.
Okay.
Your favorite food?
My favorite food is buffalo wings.
Órale. And you know what? I think a lot of people have been saying that. Pero ¿de qué clase?
Yeah.
Buffalo wings. Traditional.
Tacos.
Eso.
I gotta have tacos. Tacos anywhere, any kind, anytime. Except for chorizo and egg. I don't like chorizo and egg. Me da asco. I don't know for what. Me da asco. But no, tacos.
Your favorite movie?
My favorite movie has to be, I got too many. But Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera, the one with Gerard Butler.
Mira, yep.
I like to practice with my vocal range to see how high I can go with opera.
Todos los mirrors y todas las glass.
7 years bad luck.
Now this is gonna be a tricky one because so many people have fun with it because there's so many. Your favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music. Whew.
Even though you're right here 100% conjunto, pero tú sabes there's just something else out there.
Yeah. If we have to go deep with it, I would say jazz music. Mm-hmm. Jazz music. I attend jazz festivals. I have a lot of jazz music on my playlist. I was in jazz band, when I was in school, in high school. So yes, jazz music. I am a trumpet player as well. So I love to hear piano and trumpet, saxophones. I love it.
Tu favorite. Now, it's only 3 questions. Now I'm over here. Number
Go
4.
ahead, go ahead, shoot away. This is an interview. Get to know Chevy Love.
The one of your favorite idol, living or past, on the squeeze box.
Well, on Squeezebox, Steve Jordan, hands down, Steve Jordan. He was
So
out there. I don't think he got enough recognition for his uniqueness. And I just absolutely love Steve Jordan. I love him so much that I went and met up with his daughter, Anita Jordan. We went and had lunch and we wanted to start working together. So yeah, I wish I could have met him. He was one of my idols, Steve Jordan.
man, now if you had to pick,
Mm-hmm.
dos grupos,
Mm-hmm.
pero de música tejana de conjunto. Which are your top 2?
My top 2 are Lázaro Pérez, El Conjunto, and hands down, Santiago Garza, Chaguito. Growing up, though, it was Albert Zamora. It was always Albert Zamora. Albert Zamora has even been a mentor. We're such good friends now, and it was always, you could ask all my friends from high school. I thought he was my boyfriend growing up in high school. I used to tell everybody, I'm going to marry Albert Zamora. But no, Albert Zamora has always been hands down my favorite. But the ones I have to give it to this day that I would just love to collaborate with would be Lázaro Pérez and Santiago Garza. La Naturaleza and Lázaro Pérez. Yes.
Is there, because I always hear a lot, I mean, year after year, decade after decade, about, San Anto, the capital Tejano of the world and all that, pero is there a museum? Is there a museum of Tejano artists? Not just one artist, pero like a huge museum like like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Hip Hop Hall of Fame that's building in the Bronx. Pero ahí en Texas, somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
is there a Tejano museum or a library just for nothing but Tejano music?
Yeah, I mean, but you have I believe if Rose is still watching, she can really put that on there because she knows a lot. She was my manager, previous manager, but I believe allá in Corpus, there's the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. I'm not sure if it's further south or there in Corpus. You have one in Alice too that has a Tejano museum in Alice, Texas. So yeah, they have a lot of the awards and a lot of history on our Tejano artists. And it goes way back to Orquesta, the orquesta artists and stuff. So it's a lot of good stuff to look at. But
And
yeah, there are.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because when I talk to a couple people here in Michigan about
Mm-hmm.
Tejano music, it's like, yo, talk to me about back when, Poland and German, cuando trajeron the different, la acordeón y the diferentes instrumentos. I mean, from Mexico to Houston and ahí en el Valle de Texas también, through Mexico all the way. I mean, it's just, and how so many people like Gilberto Perez and then Flaco Jimenez, and I mean, I'm taking it back 50s and 60s,
Yeah.
los
Yeah.
Alvarez, los Gilbertos, all these people. That is just so interesting when you hear, even when you hear it from a 70, 80-year-old individual trying to tell you, and you just got to observe, and you got to open your heart and your mind, because
Mm-hmm.
it's not just about this artist that just 5 years ago and that's it. No, I mean, mira, cuando comenzó, and it's very interesting, and that's what drives me more and more to dig more into just the original artist y la gente, the songwriters too. And I don't think they get much credit. It's just the
No.
artists, pero también los songwriters también. You got to recognize them también.
Well, in Phoenix, Arizona, when I had came over here, I believe it was a couple of months ago, Mondo had took me to go see this museum, and it was a musical museum. He wanted to know, what might Chevy like? well, anything with music, let's take her to the music museum. And I have to say, like, that was the most interesting thing ever. You have music from all over the world, instruments that you could never even think of, stuff that they would play. And I mean, they had a section where you learned about conjunto music, tejano music, mariachi music, and, you know, or like the things in Africa or the things in like Switzerland. And I mean, it was just so educating. And I think I took pictures, like every country, every place has its own accordion. I never knew there were so many accordions ever. I just thought, oh yeah, you know, the Germans and that. No, and every place you go has their own style of accordion. And I was just, I had to take pictures of, like my phone is still full of pictures. I had to take pictures of everything because it was just amazing. Like just, and it's good to, you know, educate yourself on that. Like just to see how far out these instruments go or how these people play or how they interpret music, you know, because to you what might sound like clicking or little noises is actually like a full-blown, you know, musical piece to them. So it's just educating. It's very, and that's just things that I find like, wow, that just blow my mind, like always learning about stuff like that. And you can always incorporate that, like, oh well, you know what, I heard this from China, and you know what, I want to put it in my song. You never know, like, so yeah, it's just that I loved it. That was like the best gift ever. To go to that museum, and we didn't even get to see
Wow.
all of it, so I can just imagine how much more stuff there is to learn. But yeah,
Rosa Gonzalez did answer quite a bit too. And then Alice, y también en el Valle
yeah,
también. So,
okay.
yeah, so that's just awesome. And the thing is though too, I mean, you'd be so surprised. Not only here in the nation that we live in, here in the United States, when
Mhm.
your music is out there in digital platforms and people share it and people buy it and people, I mean, working in the studio and working on two radio networks, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of countries are tuning in and listening to your music. So your name, Chevy Love, hey, I don't know how to say it in Chinese or German, pero they're out. Your name is out there. That's something that's very, very, not a lot of people know that, but your name is out there. I mean, you probably 10, 15 countries.
Well, on Spotify, Italy is my most listened to country. I mean, it's like every year it's Italy, Italy, Italy. That just shows like boom. I'm like, what? So I don't know. Maybe I should do a tour in Italy.
Hey, hey, Michigan está más cerquita. Stop here first. Entonces, vaya.
I need to go to Michigan. I've never been. We came close to going maybe a couple of years ago, but I need to go. Definitely need to go.
And me being working in the radio business and a promoter, and I have
Mm.
got quite a few bands here in Kalamazoo, and it's in the works to get other bands as well, but we're still waiting for green light because Michigan is still under the pandemic. It's not like Texas right
Oh,
now.
wow.
So,
Yeah, Texas is booming. Open, full force.
TDK, what's going on, TDK? I see you. No, pero sí, muchísimas gracias. And I'm
You're
sure here
welcome.
down the road, like I said, it could be a part two. But hey, whatever you're working on right there in Arizona, every day is different and it's a blessing.
Yes.
So con calma. And me and quite a few fans that are tuning in right now, we're wishing you the best. We follow you. We love your music. We love your energy. you know.
Thank you.
So that's one thing. So on my notes, I can say, man, hice a Chevy llorar. No.
Well, I'm usually pretty out there. I'm usually like, so, I don't know, right now it seems to be real calm and real like just mellow. But my interviews seem to be pretty crazy sometimes. So no, I'm glad we had our interview. Yes, it was
You're
nice.
welcome. You're right. Keep following me, and I keep following you, especially
Definitely.
TikTok también, Instagram y todo. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Shabby Love, musician, artist, producer. Ayat, from everywhere. Please follow her on Spotify, on all digital platforms. No, nada más on
Mhm.
Spotify. What is the best way that people that are tuning in, the best contact information to follow you or just to hear your music, just like even tonight?
Well, to hear my music, they can type in Chevy Love and you will find it everywhere. You know, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere that the music's available. We did sell out of the Conjunto Style Baby CD. Gracias a Dios, we sold out. And so right now, everything is, of course, you know, you can buy it digital. Toxica Cumbia album, I will be having pre-sales starting the beginning of July. Pre-sales for that. Hopefully that sells out as well. Um, to contact me, they can go to my fan page. So anybody that's watching, go to the Chevy Love fan page, and they can inbox me on there. They can call the business number, which is area code 361-271-4487. That's 361-271-4487. And leave all the information, everything, and we'll get back to you. Of course, www.chevylove.com. And I mean, anywhere. I'm available. I'm ready. We're ready. Been fully vaccinated. I'm ready. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Man, that's awesome. And I'll be playing myself and other DJs out here también aquí in Michigan. We'll be playing your music off and on rotation, you know. And what I like to do on my radio station is talk a little bit about the artist, you know, because I played your music last week and like a month ago, and I'm gonna be playing it again because I pre-record on my shows at a university. You know, I don't do them live, but I'm doing this live right now. But that's the thing though too, you know, with the videos that I shoot every time I interview, you know, I don't edit anything. It's just a straight raw 100% puro corazón, una conversación.
Yeah,
and this is it right here. So people, they can go on Adelante Dano page a year or two from now, whatever, and they're gonna see the same interview that we're doing right now. So
exactly.
Muchas
But
gracias.
no, but yeah, thank you. Thank you so much to all the fans that are tuned in. I know I keep seeing so many messages, and like you said, you know, we can't, But no, saludos a todo, all my fans, all my supporters. Like I said, my team allá in Texas and Monterrey, my team here in Arizona, Tejano Loco. And gracias a todos, and thank you guys for supporting women in conjunto. Let's make an impact. Let's do it. And like I always say, conjunto style, baby.
And one of exactly, and one of the things, because I knew I was going to talk to you today, one of the things on the program, I usually don't display it like that, but I have it right here.
Yes. The Texas flag.
That's right. I was like, man, I just gotta, you know, yo soy de Texas también. Yo soy the Valley. And
wow.
But I've been up here since '85. So yeah, so soy de acá, pero nací allá. But look, part two. Hey, you never know. You're gonna hear it online. You're gonna hear it from the word of mouth or on all digital platforms, etc. But when Michigan is going to open the doors, this pandemic, they're talking about July 1st. I don't know. Pero man, we're hungry, and you got a stage here.
Thank you.
And uno nunca sabe, you know, donde vas a estar. But hey, you know, Michigan, hey, we'll welcome you, and I'll work on some projects here and do what we have to do here together. Y tenemos que echarle gana con Tejano music. There's a few Tejano musicians up here in Michigan, pero it's very beautiful to have other individuals, especially the Texas, to come up here.
Yes. Okay, pues gracias, and we'll be there. You know, I'm here always to represent and to always be there with you guys. So I support all of you guys all the time, and thank you so much for playing my music and being a supporter. And I do this all for you guys, so thank you so much.
Absolutely. Saludos, fuerte abrazo. Tienes un amigo, un sonidero y bastantes fans aquí en Southwest Michigan, Midwest Michigan también.
All right.
Un saludito. Take it easy, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Órale,
besos a todos. Gracias.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just talked to musician, artist, producer. It was my honor. It's been a few weeks in the making, back and forth, but there you go. If you missed the interview, you can just go back and hear her yourself with all the music, you know, especially with Me Tiras a León, Destino Cruel, Por Bonita, El Mono Candela, which I really love, Toxica Cumbia, and here in July, you will hear her. You will hear her new music, Aquí en mi corazón tú mandas. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. Shout outs to Holland, Michigan, tuning in. Grand Rapids también. Here in Kalamazoo, what's going on, Margie? Y also también TDK, what's going on? What's going on? What's popping, TDK? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you and all the individuals, especially in the music industry. Thank you all for supporting me. And don't forget, this coming Saturday in Colin Park in Holland, Michigan, van a traer Grupo Viento, los hermanos Valdez, y también Grupo Latin Soul. And so much unity, beautiful family, individuals there that's happening starting at 12 o'clock all the way till 5. So Colin Park, Holland, Michigan, les deseo todo lo mejor, all the best. I'll be there supporting all of you. And it is a free event to all the public. So, fuerte abrazo a todos ustedes que me sintonizaron. And just want to let you guys know, please be safe out there. Do the right thing. Help somebody in need. And you just never know who needs assistance, who needs help. Please do what you can. Fuerte abrazo. And you never know which direction in life you're going to go to. It's a bumpy road out there. But please remember, you always have to go. Adelante. Adelante, y'all.